Blues. You got the motor. You got a hard cold case of the Motor City Blues.
Welcome to Motor City Blues, presented by the Detroit Blues Society. My name is Dave Danielle. Lifetime Achievement Award-winning guitarist Robert Noll was the highly regarded second guitarist for Albert Collins in the mid-1980s. He followed that with a stint with Big Twist and the Mellow Fellows, before returning to his hometown of Detroit, where he performed at many of the Motor City's finest venues, including Callahan's Music Hall.
We love them. We miss them. They stay in our hearts because we still got their music. Good night, y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you. Daly on the guitar, Billy Furman on the horns, harmonica, Neil Barbeau on the keys and organ, Mr. Johnny B. Gaten back there on the bass, and Mr. Mark Stevens on the percussion and drums. All right, I'm ready to have a beer, so I'm going to come out there and hang out with you for a little bit. Hey. Say thank you to each and every one of you for being here tonight. Really, I mean that from all my heart. I want to use this song to reflect a little bit and think about healing. If sometime during this song you can just touch your heart, grab your heart, hold your hand there. Maybe hold the hand of the one next to you, someone you care about, maybe a friend you met tonight. Just say, hey, I'm with you tonight. Now, I don't know, but there might be some people out there falling in love too. And if you're falling in love with someone, you better get that hug going tonight. And maybe there'll be some more later for you. But it's the power. It's when you really care. We're all brothers and sisters. We're all the same on this beautiful planet. We gotta start caring about it. I'm not gonna talk politics tonight. But you know, we can make a difference when we really learn about people and really study and learn about what they're about and where they come from. It's important to vote. But you know, when you see someone that's hurt, when you see someone that's down, just don't leave them like that. Put your hand out. Talk. Can you say something kind? Dickerson Daly on guitar. Would you give it up for Daly Dickerson? Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you all a good night, you know? I want to have the best. Do the healing, spread the love. You can do it. Have a great Sunday tomorrow. Summertime's happening. I wish you all the health. Keep the health together. Keep the love. Keep the faith. It's going to be all right. We're going to get through it. I'm going to take a couple minutes after this. I'd like to sit back there and have a beer with you and talk to some of you tonight if I can. You You're such dear, good friends tonight. Oh, will I sleep good? There's some love in here tonight, I know it.
Well, that's it for today's show. We'd like to thank guitarist Robert Noll for appearing on this program and Callahan's Music Hall for the use of their great video. Don't forget to check out the Detroit Blues Society website to find out how you can become a member. See you next time here on Motor City Blues.
Detroit's got the best blues around the Motor City. We got the Motor City Blues, yeah. Forget the rockin' pneumonia or the boogie woogie flu. We got a hardcore case of the Motor City Blues. Well, Cisco's on the boulevard and Moby Dick, Memphis Smoke the Attic, oh, they're all kind of slick. You don't have to worry about going too far to find a real blues jam at a real blues bar. The Motor City, we got the Motor City Blues. Forget the rockin' pneumonia or the boogie woogie blue. Got a hardcore case of the Motor City Blues. Motor City Blues, we got the motor. We got the Motor City Blues, we got the motor. We got the Motor City Blues, we got the motor. We got the Motor City Blues. Forget the rockin' pneumonia or the boogie woogie blue. We got a hardcore case of the Motor City Blues. We got the motor. We got the Motor City Blues. We got the motor. We got the Motor City Blues. We got the motor. We got the Motor City Blues. We got the motor.